What's up, everybody? I shaved, but I missed a hair. You can probably see it if I move my head right. I missed like a few. It's a terrible shave job. I did it real quick, then I went to the cell phone store. Hooray, cell phones! We'll be recording with the new instrument soon. Hooray, new stuff! Let's move forward. We're talking about video game devs. Not being good. No, not devs. I'm going to talk about devs, but most of the devs I know are pretty decent at video games, but reviewers mainly right now, and also people who work in the development or just total video game industry, it's not good when they're not good. Here's why. Well, first off, what takes you 28 minutes to clear takes me 5. So parts of the game that you were like, so boring, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, I barely noticed it because I ran it in, a few minutes, shot everything in the face, and I was like, hey, what? And I've played a lot of games, and they're all pretty. A lot of games are just rehash of other games that I've played. So a lot of these games aren't even new stuff. They're not new They're not new systems. It's like that one game from that one game and does the one thing. All right, got it. Oh, all right, got it. Cool, let's do it. I think that people need to take into account the skill of the person reviewing and playing the game when they're talking about the game. And I'm sure there's good game devs out, not devs, but game reviewers and also devs out there. But it hurts players like me who are, I played this game called Stalker Call of Pripyat. But not just that, I played on a misery mod, which makes it even harder than the master settings. So I'm looking for very difficult games. I played the first Dark Souls game for a laugh at my friend's house. It was a Demon Souls at that time. I think it was called Demon Souls, or it's called Dark Souls now. I'm not sure. It changed. I don't really pay attention to that franchise. I played the first one at my buddy's house for a little while. It was fun. I don't blame anybody that plays. But I'm more of also a Monster Hunter type of guy. So, Stalker, Monster Hunter. One of my favorite games lately is Pillars of Eternity. Also, I'm playing a few alphas I'm into a whole lot, like Empyrion Galactic Survival. These are my choices in games, and I play them on the hardest settings possible. Every time. I start with certain games like Pillars of Eternity, I started in normal, and now I'm playing it at hard, and then I'm going to play it at Path of the Damned, which is the most difficult setting. I don't know if I'll be doing the solo Path of the Damned ever. I don't know if I can. We'll be trying it, but for me, it's about the challenge. And some things that I don't find challenging because I've surmounted huge challenges before, these people will find very challenging, and that'll skew the way we look at these games. They're like, oh, it's too hard, it takes too long. Well, it didn't take me that long. So it not only does it change the way that we both look at video games, it changes how I listen to people that review games. I haven't listened to them in years. I watched G4 back in the day when I was in high school, and now I don't listen to them. I haven't since before G4 stopped being a channel. How about that? I'm like, yeah, no, I kind of liked that Fully Ramblomatic. I forget the dude's name. Talked really fast, zero punctuation reviews. He was kind of funny, but I liked him also because he acknowledged being a filthy casual at video games. And if you're like, yeah, I'm not good at games, but I like to talk about, I ain't got no problem. If you like games and you want to play them on the easiest settings, similarly, I ain't got no problems. I've invested a lot of time into playing video games. I've played a lot of video games, and I have a very distinct taste for games. I'm not going to say it's the best taste, but it's a very unique taste for games. So, you want to play a game like Pillars of Eternity because it has a story mode for very easy playthroughs. I don't blame you. Welcome to it. It's a great game. The story's awesome. Hope you enjoy it. But you can't. There's a game like Misery, which is a mod on a game that locks it to be even harder than the master difficulty. You can't get mad when certain people make games to cater to that audience, like when people make games to cater to children, because they're targeting a very specific audience like me, who are a very elite player who's play. I've seen some games, dog. I'll tell you about my PUBG experience. I was like, oh yeah, it's like that game. All right, check this one out. Blah 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 blah. I won 2 games my first day. I'll stop there. I just did well. We'll put it there. I did really well. And the thing is that it's not the 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 content of the characters that gets me to play a game the most. It's not the art style. It's the game, man. It's about the challenge. It's about what I'm presented as a player as problems to work through. Time that I can invest doing things. Like I play this game called Mount & Blade Warband. I've beaten the snot out of that game, but it's an army building game that presents me with that's kind of like Risk, where you build armies and you lead your soldiers into combat. And the combat never gets tiring because it can provide me a very great challenge while providing somebody who's new to it a quarter damage setting. So forth. These are my thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed watching.